I want to show you a video about drugs in sport. Now, you know drugs in sport's a problem. I was waiting till Josh Warrington fought again to show you this. You know, Josh Warrington fought yesterday. Now, drugs in sport's a problem. So, this is an old video. It's not a recent video, but listen, drugs in sport is a real problem. Look. It's coming up. Hang on.
Son just became a two-time world champion. You must be a very proud man right now.
I'm a very, very proud man. As I said, walking in here tonight, and Maxi Hull's defending his IBO world title. Josh sat a league in. It could have gone either way, couldn't it? It's one of...
This guy, right? This is Josh Warrington's dad, and he's his trainer as well. And not only that, I think he also samples all the Class A's to make sure they're really tip-top condition, good quality drugs before you start. Like, it looks like he's been sampling all of the class. It looks like he's been fucking banging them tonight, doesn't it? Like, Josh obviously won a world championship on this night, and it's a good night for, you know, for all concerned. But this guy is fucking high as a box.
Then where I could have been walking out of here tonight with my head down. Maxi losing his world title.
Even his eyes are sweating. Look, under his eyes is sweating.
Josh losing his career, really. In which case I'd have been signing on Monday morning. But we're going home. 2 world titles, 2 different weights, you know. So fantastic night for me.
Just quickly an update for the fans, Sean. Me and you know that Josh has gone to hospital.
Look at him leaning in. He's like, look, stay where you are during the interview. Don't come any closer. Stay where you are during the interview, please.
For a routine checkup. How is he and what is kind of the latest with him?
I don't know, to be honest. I've been doing interviews, so it looks like there might be a little bit of a problem with his jaw. Hopefully, we don't know if it's a dislocation, a small fracture, and he needs his hand.
That might have been the camera people leaning in, but you don't want to be leaning into this guy either, do you? Like, especially not when he's like...
Looking at, but
he's like doing that face like Les Dennis used to.
In a fight like that against an hard man like that, you know, you're not going to come out unscathed, right? I mean, Kiko Martinez is one of the hardest men in boxing, and you know, this is it's just what we're doing.
Josh came out the blocks absolutely flying. How much did you emphasise in camp that he has to make a quick start against Kiko Martinez?
We didn't. We said we want to establish his jab, and we wanted to bring specific shots.
He's holding it together quite well.
One of the other bits of instruction, what if you see a clear-cut opportunity, then don't hesitate, take it. But you must be precise, you can't afford to miss or get it wrong, because Kiko will be there waiting.
But he's fucking high. Don't tell me he's not. Drugs in sport's a problem. I wonder if there's any more moments.
And listen, everybody knows if they're going to be completely honest with themselves.
Because I saved this video. It's only a 5-minute video, but already I feel like skipping it on. But I was sure there were some fucking moments in here.
For the short duration of that fight, we were fully in control. Fully in control. And for me, all the boxing would take there and then.
We've seen Lee Wood here tonight. There's been talk of that fight maybe in a football stadium. Josh has made it clear, though, he wants to achieve that stateside dream. Is Leo Santa Cruz in the States the dream fight from now?
I think so. I mean, it's been talked about for the last 5 years, hasn't it?
Not going to be fighting in America now, is he? Not going to be fighting in America now. It's all been taken away from him. Josh was nearly crying over that at the end of yesterday. Yeah, drugs in sport's a problem. If you watch this one as well with... Carl Froch got the access after Lee Wood's fight.
Hello and welcome to another episode of...
Carl Froch got the immediate reaction from Lee Wood. And he's got the adverts on it, of course, so fair play. Just 1 second. There he is. Carl Froch.
Another episode of Froch on Fighting with...
Froch on Fighting. Immediate reaction from Lee Wood. Now, listen, I'm not saying Froch... It's all... The drugs in sport is a problem, right? I'm not saying that Froch is... Well, maybe I am. I mean, look, what strikes me about this is an interview with Lee Wood. Lee Wood's just done the boxing. And usually what you would do is you'd say, hi, I'm Carl Froch. You obviously know who Carl Froch is, right, if you're into boxing. So you don't need to do that, really. You just say, hi, Carl here. I'm here with Lee Wood. He's just finished fight XYZ. Lee. Hand over that. Hand over to Lee. But Carl Froch manages to talk for a full minute here before he hands over to Lee. Check this out.
me, Carl the Cobra Froch.
Me.
No longer the Sheriff of Nottingham, because I'm sat here with the new Sheriff of Nottingham, who's actually doing that title very proud, with mouth-watering performances. But my heart was in my mouth this evening again, like you keep doing to me, like the Conlon fight, the Laura Wood first fight, and then the rematch where you just outboxed him with a classy, poised performance. But tonight, first of all, congratulations! What a comeback! Probably one of the best comebacks I've seen in I don't know how many years. It was just
Thanks.
It's just an epic comeback, brilliant. I can't find the words to describe how good that was.
I think you are
when
finding
you
the
watch
words.
it back on replay, you'll realise what you've done, and the accuracy of the punches when you caught him with that little short right hook, and you saw he was gone. You didn't smother your work. You didn't waste your shots. You just took your time, took a split second, and landed them accurate blows. And that's why the fight got waved off at the end. And there's a few people out there bitching and moaning about the fight shouldn't have been stopped. For me, that's nonsense. But there is an argument for a potential rematch, which we'll talk about in a minute. But first of all, how are you feeling? And what was your game plan? Because I know Ben Davison didn't tell you to stand in front of him in round one.
Even then, you think, how are you feeling? You think that's the bit where he's going to hand over the microphone. But how are you feeling? And I'm going to announce it. Keeps going. It keeps going. Like Carl, and then like Lee's talking now. But watch Carl look.
I don't know how you dare me. I've grew up watching you, Taylor fight, Groves won. I've been through it and all.
Listen, let me tell you something. I haven't got the skill set you've
He's took the mic back.
got. I'm man enough and honest enough to admit that. You're a far more skillful, talented fighter than me. I had to be fit and strong and take punches on the chin. You don't have to. You've got good reflexes.
That's how you do it. You know what I mean? I thought that's the way you crack on.
Listen, don't follow me. Listen, I know you like a fight, and I know you can have a brawl and you can take a shot.
This is the Carl Froch show. There is a man here that's done a boxing match as well, but don't worry about that. Carl's got the mic. We're fine.
Canvas to win. But
He's in a very
this evening,
he's in a very talkative mood as well.
are you guilty of having a slow start, or what was the game plan?
Yeah, I was flat, to be honest. The weight killed me a little bit. I left my toe and my mouth was a bit dry.
Don't be twitchy, Carl. Don't be touching your nose and mouth and stuff. Don't be twitchy. Although, is this just a flash of the watch? Careful not to be twitchy, mainly, if I were you, Carl. Because people do make comments about it, don't they?
The coleslaw pop up. I thought, oh, here we go. But don't want to make excuses, because I'll just stay mentally strong. I'm winning this fight no matter what, because I knew what was on the line. I felt like I started all right. And I was letting him come into the fight, was making sloppy transitions and not making him pay when he rushed in, and not making him pay when he stepped in with his jab, and little things that I've worked on, and without giving too much away, there's a few other things as well. But look, Josh is a good fighter. No excuses, but I knew when I caught him with certain.
Is Carl all right? Like, he's doing a lot of blinking now.
Early on, that them opportunities would present themselves at some point in the fight again and again. As he got sloppier, I'd make him pay, and he'd be working hard to win moments, and I'd make him pay. And
you did that. And there was a couple of times from a spectator's viewpoint where you took a shot, whether it was on the side or the back of the head. I know you've got a lump on the back of your head, which we've seen, and that's obviously an illegal blow, and that can daze you. But there was a couple of
he's talking a lot now.
That hit you on the chin, on the side of the head. I mean, the bruise.
Carl's up now. He's on the mic again. He's like an MC.
And bumps prove it in the cut, where you looked like your legs dipped for a split second. Was you hurt?
Boxing, you get caught on the side of the head, whatever you see, you're gonna dip. But I ain't got to quit in me. You'd have to nail me down to beat me, to be honest. That's my mindset. But he's a two-time world champion himself. You don't give them belts away. So I knew at times, even if I was winning the majority of the rounds, he would think, I need to do something here. He'd go hell for broke trying to win a round or a moment. And like I said, I'd make him pay for it, and I did, And you don't have fights at that level for your own way, unless you're someone like Mayweather.
No, exactly that.
It's Trisha, yeah. I'll tell you who's the worst for it is so I'm looking for the press conference when Tyson Fury came back, returns to UK, beating Klitschko. Press conference. Like when they came back after beating Klitschko, they had a press conference where John Fury just basically went off his fucking nut about how his son had beaten like he was the best man in the world, and like he was so fucking high. All the Furies do hide a bit of this, you know, in public plain sight a little bit, but John Fury's the fucking worst one for it. Tyson, though, himself, like you can tell sometimes in press interviews when Tyson's a bit like, you know, a bit gone. But where's the press conference when they returned? God, in some ways, like when Tyson Fury became champ, I was right behind him. I love that story. But in other ways, I'm like, fucking hell. Like, how's this gone that way? But John Fury, look, here's another one of him. I don't know how this has come up 7 hours ago. Here he is.
There's one simple hearing.
Is this guy high? I haven't seen this one, so we'll have to decide, is this guy high? Let's skip this bit. Here he is.
IFL TV.
Yes,
Sean,
he's high.
Commiserations to you and the
Yes, he's high. This is cocaine. This is cocaine, because you see there's like almost like he's got a sour taste in his mouth. Like there's a bit of a face. He's sweaty. Like the blood, you know, the increase in blood flow, the sweaty. You'll be like seeing wide eyes. He'll think he's carrying conversation quite well. He probably is able to talk. I mean, I sound quite talkative for a normal person. I'm on a stream, so I'm doing a lot of talking. But like, you know, you have a line and then you start talking and then you're talking for a bit. And unless someone comes in and stops you, you could be talking for a bit. And it's this twitchy, like you kind of want to, like you're not comfortable in your own face. Like you kind of want to chew something or, you know, something like, you know, there's this discomfort in the jaw. Like it just reeks of cocaine, this does.
Here's Oscar Bevis for IFL TV. Sean,
like you see all that twitching and all that sort of stuff, and also like this guy probably has had a few beers, maybe, like you could say. Like people usually have a few beers and then they do a bit of coke. The coke sharpens you up in a way, but you're still a bit of a mess, but you feel like you're sharpened, so the eyes seem sharper, but like there's still a sort of sloppiness to this if you've been drinking as well.
Commiserations to you and the team tonight. Just kind of an assessment of what we saw in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were dominating that fight and we had him rolling 2 or 3 times. But, you know, this is boxing, isn't it? It's won and lost on mistakes and simple things. I think it was stopped very premature. It would hurt. I mean, I'm not denying that. It would hurt. He got himself up. He had a little wobble as he walked back to the corner, but that was short-lived.
I mean, I could be wrong, yeah. It could be that this guy is usually very twitchy and has sweaty eyes, but...
Walked back to the corner, he was facing me, he says, I'm all right. He turned round on 8. And the referee waved it off. We know that you can't be saved by the bell. We know that. But he could have continued to count to 10 and give us the opportunity. But he never even gave us the opportunity. You know, that may not have happened if Josh hadn't reacted to the point deduction. Point deduction that I think were unfair.
And like he's talking, but he's looking around, like he's not stable, is he? Like there's a lot of extra like twitchy, like looking around and doing all stuff. I think while you're doing the talking, you feel that you're carrying it, but it's the moments in between as well when they're asking the questions where he will then start twitching and doing jaw stuff and licking his lips and stuff that's all a bit extra.
Unjust. He'd been warned once and then a point off. You know, it's like, what's going on here? Like, he's warned him once and took a point off. I thought it was 2 or 3 times and then a point off. They just make their own rules up, don't they? And I think this is why we need fresh blood. We need fresh blood. As referees, judges, officials, and I think it won't be a bad thing if somebody from board had balls to stand up and say, oh, hang on, what's going on here? But 3 times now we had it with Maxi Hughes, didn't we? We had it with Josh against Lopez, and we've had it again tonight, so it's just one of them things. Where do you go from here? He walked back to the corner and shook his head at me and said, fuck.
It's cut, so I don't know. I didn't see that. It got cut. But yeah, I'm telling you, like... we also said that Carl Froch was interesting for it, and I was looking for John Fury. Let's have a look, see if I can find it. I mean, any of this is going to... John Fury press conferences, they're all going to be... Like, he threw a table over the other day, didn't he? But he's just fucking like... Like, don't tell me this man's not using cocaine, right?
Why does the view of you lose it? Why is he fighting God? Talking all this bullshit. He personal ball. I'm fighting, man. My son, I'm fighting now, and I'm fighting him. Now, let's get a fucking ball rolling. Get the cake and shove it up your asshole. Before I do it. John, thank you, John. I'm on a shit. Can anybody push me to the light out here?
John Fury, father of the heavyweight champion of the world there. And it's not the first time. This is it. 7 years ago. This is
stories about your son.
So basically what happened is Tyson went out to Germany, won the heavyweight championship, fair and square. Fairish and squarish, because there were questions about whether he had nandrolone, like the drugs test came back after for nandrolone and he wasn't able to do the rematch. So there were some issues, like, you know, the Tyson story is well documented, isn't it? But I don't remember there being a lot of negativity about Tyson being able to win the championship. He was an underdog, but he should have been an underdog. That was natural. But I felt like, because I watched it, I followed it. I was a follower of British boxing when Tyson Fury was calling out David Price. And long before Tyson Fury was even on the scene, you know, I watched boxing since Bruno when I was a kid. You know, like, I've always been interested in the heavyweight British boxing scene and all the boxing scene, really. So, like, I saw Tyson in the, like, he was excluded from the British Olympic program. Like, excluded, he didn't get invited and others did, and he was always a bit eggy about that in his pro career. But you know, I thought when he went to America, to Germany to fight Klitschko, that I was right behind him. I wanted him to win. So I'm surprised that when they came back, there was this sort of, you didn't believe us and we've done it and fuck you approach, especially from John Fury, who's here in this clip. So they held this press conference.
In some of the tabloids and national newspapers.
And the press conference basically was about, we've come back, congratulations Tyson, here's a press conference. And John was a bit angry.
Do you think there was any need for that?
Listen, anybody who's going to comment on that and try and discredit what my son's done, he doesn't understand boxing for one, and his jealousy is taking his life over. So I say to him, get on and do his day job and forget about messing with real men and commenting on real men, because those men are non-entities. They're sickos, my friend. This has been something that's been done extraordinary, and what they're trying to do, brush it under the carpet. I will never let them brush it under the carpet. I'll never let it go.
Okay.
Because I know it's been 100 years since Bob Fitzsimmons did this, and I'm telling you now, it'll be another 100 years before something happens like it again. All these non-believers. Why is it then? Because he's not out of an house, or he's from the wrong background, or because his family say it as it is. I've lived a lifetime of hard knocks and through deep, deep adversity, and always come out on top. I've just spent 5 years behind the door. Never took an aspirin. Never went to the MO.
Right. So he's been in prison for 5 years. I'm going to skip it on a bit. Like,
your shoulder's perfect. How can you go from that to that in a short time? All you people might be gullible, naive fools. Furies ain't fools. We see through these people. And you know something? The character at the Wizard of Oz, the lion looking for some courage. Let me tell you, the lion had a chance of getting courage because he had a dream that there was an Oz and a man talking from behind the curtain. He's got...
So now he's going on about the Wizard of Oz and stuff. I feel like he might be going on a bit of a random ramble, bit of a rant. This is a 6-minute clip from like he's going on and they're starting to look uncomfortable, like Tyson and Uncle Peter here are starting to look a bit uncomfortable and having a bit of a laugh, but like, sorry, John is just like on one.
No chance of guts because he's living in the real world. So do not mention men. Well, they're not men. I don't know what they are, these people. I'm going to call them things. I will call them things. Because I'll tell you now, he ain't a man, he's nothing. Hear this. There's my old trainer there, Froch's made his way out of his job today to be with us. I will get him out of his job and he'll train me and I'll flog David in an 8 weeks time. I'll flog David And you know who's other man? You know the great heavyweight champion what I learned in Germany from a good source? Hear this, Lennox Lewis. You was frightened of me in my heyday and I just found that out from me. You didn't want to fight me. But I'll tell you now, I'll fight him now. I'm 50, he's 50, let's have a battle royale. Forget about what my lad's done here. We can't, nothing compares with that, and nothing ever will. But I'm telling you now, before all you plastic people can put my son down and discredit what he's done, I will die before I let you achieve that. That ain't happening.
All right.
And you're going to listen to us, because we're sick of being talked down to. You listen to us, because we pay no homage to nobody, only God Almighty and our Father. Our blood father. Do we need to say any more about this, people? Put your hands together for the 8th wonder of the world. I think he deserves a standing ovation. Get up! Get up and down! Get up and down to my son, every one of you. That's what you're going to do. Give him a bow, because you'll never see him again ever. And appreciate what you're seeing. Jonathan Ross has been on the phone. Pierce Brosnan will be on the phone. The Queen will be up with some medals. Where was he 3 years ago? Nowhere to be seen. And look here, today. Be real, people. Change your lives now. Stop being yes men. Stop being plastic. God give you your own mind. Use it.
This is cocaine.
Be yourself. Be real. And you'll be a better person inside. And you can look in the mirror and sleep at night. Amen.
Why did you feel the need to get up? Go on a fucking rant about all these plastic people and all that. He's fucking, like, Tyson's laughing about it. Jonathan Ross has been on the phone. Pierce Brosnan is going to call. He's taking it a little bit too far there. He's just got a bit over the top. That's John all over though, isn't it? That's the best one of them.